What's up, guys? This is Bull the Fell-Handed. We have some shout-outs today to Enoch and Liquid Freon. Also, guys, at this time, I would like to mention it is physically impossible for me to get to everyone's requests, as I get sent a not inconsiderable amount on a daily basis. That being said, we'll get right to the game. We are on Redshire. Standard battle. The greens have taken the southern spawn and the reds have taken the northern spawn. We are in the bat chat, and my particular method of working this map is to kind of play passively for about the first half. Then at that point, you know, if you have 3/4 of your health, 3/4 of your ammunition, the true apex predator that the bat chat is can come forth. I'm not crazy about all these tanks with questionable camouflage posting up around me, so especially directly in my line of sight. It does look like we have a sizable contingent of reds going down the 9-0 line. But that does not necessarily mean they have left this flank open. So we're still playing very cautiously. We don't really want to trade on health. We don't even want to offer the reds any shots. We just want to be very, very cautious the first half of the game here. And you know, you also have to be very aware of the shots that are going to come from F9. You know, possibly even E9. The guys on the hill over there, you just have to be, you know, aware that it's a very distinct possibility that they will fire on you from my previous location. So just keep that in mind. Now, right now, we're essentially just kind of probing the enemy's defenses here. We're not necessarily, you know, planning on going in here, but kind of what changed my mind is the fact we've got 2 bat chats. We can shut these guys down quick. Not necessarily shut them down, but we're definitely going to put them to the sword. And, you know, I probably should have waited at least another couple of minutes, because I'm really kind of getting dragged through the mud here. This is more or less a cautionary tale of what not to do. And, you know, you have different tactics depending on what type of platoon you're with. If you have multiple mediums with you, you're going to be a lot more brazen, for example, like I was, versus if you were by yourself. If you'll notice, my solo gameplay is just completely night and day. My platoon gameplay is just brave, and here I am, I'm in a bat chat, what are you going to do about it type situation. And that's kind of what we have going on right here. This poor soul couldn't really get the depression on me because I was so low down on the hill. Anyway, neither here nor there. So we emptied our clip into that M103, and we are currently falling back, making a lot of evasive maneuvers. Essentially what I said to my compadres is I said, you know, since the reds are pushing the 9-0 line so hard, we need to make an impact over here, and we don't need to do the traditional pull up, pop a shot, wait, see what happens. We need to go ahead and just make an impact big time. And that's exactly what we did. What I'd like to think we did. We just came in and we just started wrecking people, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you've got the horsepower and the manpower to do so, by all means, just get in there and do damage. And, you know, they're at our cap already. So, I would like to think that if we didn't push the issue when we did, it might have been a different game, perhaps. I mean, granted, of course, you know, I would possibly retain more health. But it's neither here nor there. The point we're trying to make here is, I'm trying to make here is that the battle is fluid, and if you see an opportunity, you need to push the issue. Granted, of course, still focusing on the platoon play. If you're solo, you just need to be very cautious, because most of the time the greens won't follow you in. You'll push the issue by your lonesome, and that's never a good thing. So just be aware of that. So there's only 4 of them left. We've done a good bit of assist damage, tracked a lot of people, and then those people got clipped out by other people. So we're getting just damage on top of assisted damage, which is just perfect. It's what we're looking for. And that's a great way to get a lot of assisted damage. It's just go for the tracks. If you're in a firing line and you're doing peek-a-boom and you pull out, you can track somebody, and little to no risk of your own, and the rest of your team will just decimate them. Of course, that's your traditional around the corner peek-a-boom firing line. I figured I would mention it since there's not a lot going on in-game. We're just kind of driving around. What we're going to do here is we're going to go over here and try to farm some more damage off these 3 tank destroyers without getting eliminated ourselves. There's a lot of health over here to be had. The downside is they are more than willing to shoot back. And any one of these vehicles, especially this one, can just kind of pull out and just completely shut us down. So we need to run this very cautiously, because we don't want to be the ones that get clipped out. We want to be the ones that farm damage. So right here I'm going for the tracks, which is a very safe bet, getting us a lot of assist damage. And right there we're going to go ahead and finish him off with the last shot. So we ended up pulling quite a bit of damage off this game, quite a bit of assist in true Apex Predator form. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.